Good evening and welcome to the headlines from the Bangkok Post, which we summarize the day's top 3 stories from bangkokpost.com for you. This video was recorded on Thursday, June 23, 2022. The most popular story today is Covid-19 strains spur fears. The Thai government is monitoring 2 new Omicron subvariants, the BA4 and BA5, in Europe, as Thailand prepares for an influx of international arrivals from next month when entry rules are eased further. 26 cases of BA5 and 23 cases of BA4 and 18 cases of BA2.12.1 subvariant infections had been detected in the kingdom since April, which this figure was based on random tests, so the true number of infections could be considerably higher. The Public Health Ministry has emphasized that people should receive booster shots to prevent the worst effects of the virus. Now, the second most popular story for today is Europe hit with big rise in admissions. The BA4 and BA5 subvariants of Omicron are responsible for more than 80% rise in hospitalizations of new COVID-19 infections in Europe. These new strains are able to replicate well in the lungs of patients, unlike old BA1 and BA21, the previous subvariants of Omicron, which replicate themselves well only in the upper part of the respiratory system. In their case, the risk of lung infections was considerably lower. Globally, these new variant infections account for 17% and 8% respectively of all new cases. And the third most popular story for today is Bank of Thailand should urgently hike rates. Former Finance Minister Khon Chathikawanit said that the Bank of Thailand should urgently hike interest rate to prevent a further spike in inflation and ease the burden on low-income groups already reeling from the rising cost of living. He said they should urgently lift its benchmark rate from a record low of 0.5% to close the gap with the US rates. Lowering the rate differential, the highest in the region, will help stem baht losses and limit the threat of imported inflation. Currently, the inflation in Thailand has stayed well above the official target range this year, hitting 7.1% in May. And those are the top 3 stories for today. Thanks for following the headlines. This is Siriporn Sajamuniwong from Bangkok Post Business Section. Have a good evening and see you again next time. สวัสดีค่ะ